What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, this video I had intended to make about the RC crawler. I had mentioned a couple times that I was going to do a video showing you guys the little bit of RC rock crawling that we do around the house outside here. It's kind of it is a second hobby for me, or a third hobby, or whatever. But the weather has not been cooperating at all. When we went away at the end of last week for Heather's birthday down in Salem, and boy, it was beautiful. It was like 98 degrees, sunny, after a long, cold New England winter. It was nice to have some nice weather. But we get home, and I'm thinking, all right, starting tomorrow, I'm gonna do a video outside with the RC crawler. Wake up the next morning, 47 degrees and pouring rain. Can't make it up. Live here in New England, you know what it is. And it's been like that ever since. So not very conducive to getting outside and filming. So that video is coming, guys. It'll either this week or next weekend as soon as we get a break. Although they say it's going to be like rainy all week. So it is what it is, I guess. We'll get out there when I can get out there. But I had, as a backup plan for a video, I had thought I would show you guys the 241 Willys Coupes that I had brought to the meeting. And then that kind of morphed into, I really have three model builds here that I'm going to show you, other than mine, that are three of my most prized models, and I didn't build any of them. So these are models that I've been lucky enough to have been gifted to me from people that I consider very good friends over the years. And I thought, I haven't done a Shelf Queen video in a while, and why not? Crappy weather. What the heck? It is what it is. So I'm going to show you these three builds right here, and then mine. We're going to start with mine. But so the story behind the 41 Willys Coupes is my cousin was given the 41 kit. It's the Revell kit. With the opening doors and opening trunk and posable steering and all that. My cousin was given an original issue of that kit, as far as I know, by my uncle. And my cousin had decided to paint his gold in tribute to one that my uncle built when he was a kid. And then a few days after that, my cousin Christian and I were in a little hobby shop up in Maine, and I came across the reissue of that kit, and I thought, it would be fun to build them together. Let's do it together, which we do quite often. Or we did quite often. I have for a couple of years. I haven't really done kind of a buddy build with him, but so I'm gonna let you guys know now. His came out way nicer than mine, but I don't care. We built these, like I said, 8 years ago, maybe longer. We had a lot of fun with it. So I'm going to start with showing you mine, and then we're going to move into his, and then I'm going to show you the other two models I have here that were gifted to me. This is my Willys. It's also, real quick, I was told by a friend of mine this weekend that when I show a model in talking head version, in this version right here, I hold it up, I don't hold it up long enough. Or whatever I'm working on, I don't hold up long enough. So you know who you are. Here comes stuff to look at, and I hope I'm going to try and hold these up longer so that you get a good look. Anyway, so this is my 41 Willys. The paint is not that good. It's painted with Duplicolor, I think. I believe this is the same color as the Blue Ox. I'm pretty sure this is the blue that my Jeep is supposed to look like when it's not sun faded and scratched and beat up, and because I had a can of it that I painted my doors with, I think, back about 10 years ago. So I used that on this. I thought it was pretty close to the original blue. Pretty close, not really, but close enough for me. So this is mine. You know, I think it came out pretty good. Build-wise, you flip it around, you see that gap right there in the firewall. Yeah, I didn't do a good job putting this together, guys. I really didn't. I fought with it, if I remember correctly, and it is what it is. But it's okay. I wired the engine, ran one fuel line to the fuel injectors, but I didn't run the fuel lines out to each individual injector. Again, this was a while ago, so this was before I really thought I should step up my game with building models. So that's mine. It's got a, might mention that that is a pre-wired magneto that I bought online. Don't remember where, but the battery in the trunk, I did run battery cables to it. The doors do open and close. They do fall off. I can attest to this because when I brought this to the meeting the other day, I took it out of the case and the door was off of it. So nonetheless, steering does work. If I can get it to, there we go. Everything works like it should. A very, very cool kit. I had a lot of fun building this kit. Mostly because I built it with, you know, in tandem with my cousin, but this was still really cool. So that's mine. Let me show you his. He did a much better job on his paint. His paint is way nicer, way smoother. His build, like the firewall, no gap. He wired his battery. He wired, built his own magneto. As you can see, he put a different grill in his. That's okay. That's really neat. So he ran individual wires to his injectors, as well as a wire to the fuel block. I don't know if you can see it. It's hard to show, but that is his. We had a lot of fun with these builds. This is one of my most prized models. This sits on the desk in a case. Well, my blue one does too because I keep them next to each other. But so that's the story behind the 41 Willys. Now, like I said, I've been lucky enough to make some really good friends in this community, and I've been gifted a couple of models that I hold as dear to me as I do that Willys. So the first one I'm going to show you is my friend Tim Ryan gifted me another Willys. So this is a build from Tim Ryan. This is one of his first builds when he got back into the hobby. This is the new Revell Willys that stuff doesn't open. The hood comes off, right? This one I'm not afraid to pick up because parts fall off those really easy. Not so much this one. So he wired his Hemi. Did an amazing job painting it. Amazing. That's got a classic Tim Ryan paint job on it. It's just beautiful. Interior is detailed really nice. Just awesome. And one of my favorite models. So there's that. Really cool build, right guys? And if you remember last year, my really good friend Matthew from Model Car Videos, him and his wife came up to visit, and he brought me one of his builds, totally unexpected. Admittedly, I had picked out one of mine that I sent home with him, not knowing that he was going to bring me one of his. It was pretty cool the way it happened, but This was a model that he built on his channel. And I am very honored to have it on my desk, the Willys Coupe. Again, that is just a beautiful build. That paint job is amazing, guys. Amazing. Like, I say this all the time. Models on camera and photographs of models do not do them justice when compared to looking at them in person. This thing is just literally, I can see myself on the side of that right now, as clear as day, like a mirror. It's just beautiful. So, there you have it. These, collectively, are my 3 most prized models. And now you have seen them. So, I really appreciate you guys watching. I really appreciate you guys subscribing. This is such a great community, and this proves it. I mean, to have somebody give you something that they worked really hard on, it's cool. It's very cool. And I'm honored to have all 3 of these models sitting here. So that'll do it for today. Like I said, I'm hoping to get outside and do some RC crawling. I know there's a couple of guys in the community that have them. Brian at Got Fuels, I know you've got an RC crawler and you've posted some videos. Fred, he has a couple of really cool RC crawlers. So I'd like to show you what I do and how mine works. But it's hard to film while you're holding the phone and you're working a controller. So the stars have to align. The weather has to be good. Heather has to be here to film for me. So, but we'll get that video made this week, I hope, and you guys can check that out. I do have progress on the Street Machine Nova that I want to show you. I'm hoping to, I think I've got my cousin's Mustang back to square one in primer. Hoping to have that painted this week. Although I'm not sure I can show that to you because it's supposed to be a surprise for him. I don't know. I don't know. I might show it to you anyway. I'm undecided. But anyway. Yeah, so I got stuff to talk to you about this week. Just not right now. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. As always, I really, really appreciate it. For you guys that for my last video that noticed that my calendar was not flipped around, there you go. I fixed it. And yeah, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for, oh geez, go check out Mark at Hobby Nut Models. Go check out Matthew at Model Car Videos. I'm sure everybody here watches his stuff. I'm sure everyone does, but go back and look for that video. Look for the video on the Willys Coupe. It's here. Alright guys, that's it. Thanks, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.